Righto, I just finished work. It's Friday arvo, so I'm going to have a couple of beers and we're going to fit another mod to the F250. And I've had these sitting in the driveway for about 2 weeks, just haven't gone around to fitting them yet. So yeah, we're going to be losing the chrome side steps today, and I'm not fitting sliders, but
let's bloody hide. Pilliga National Park.
How damn good it needs to be.
So fitting any type of slider, or sliders, we call them here in Australia, to the truck, basically a solid bit of steel, bit of pipe work that runs along the sill of the truck, and then it kind of mounts to your chassis, so that way you don't fold in the side of your sills and everything if you're doing some pretty gnarly off-road tracks and stuff. It's got a 6-inch lift. It's higher than most standard four-wheel drives and stuff anyway, but it's not designed to do really hard tracks and big flex and all that sort of stuff. So I didn't really need a pair of sliders for it, and plus I'll show you in a minute the distance from where the slider would need to attach from where the chassis is out to the side of the truck. It's really wide. Some of you's been whinging at me about these chrome standard grandpa side steps for a while, and I just didn't see the need to. I took them off for a while, but it came a bit of a pain in the ass to get in and out of the truck, so I put them back on again. But they are ugly, so I've decided to get some new ones. So today I have an N-Fab box. So I haven't opened this yet, so I've had no sneak peek looks. So they actually feel heaps lighter than the ones that I have now, so that's good. I definitely didn't want to put anything heavier on the truck. So these are the standard F250 side steps, pretty stock standard. I think these new ones will actually be a little bit higher towards the sill. Hopefully they clear my ARB air tank valves just there on the sides. But we'll go ahead and unbolt these ones, then we'll get the other ones out, unwrap them, sit one up there and see how it looks. So this kit, I got this from F-Series Spares and Mods, the same guy, Brian, that I got through all my turbo kit and everything, and using him for a lot of my parts now. So he's a pretty switched on dude. As you can see, to have sliders, because the F-Truck's chassis is like C-section, it's not fully boxed in, so to have sliders I'd have to do a full clamp around setup, but the arm would have to come so far out that I think there would be way too much flex. Got the old one, it was full of all dirt and everything, so like normally I could be carrying around bloody 20 kilos of dirt in that thing on a good day. So I've still got plenty of dirt from the Simpson Desert and stuff in there. Rightio. So I got the first one undone, so just got like a single tube, then with these little drop steps. I think they look pretty cool. I've ran the truck without side steps before, but it's painful after a while trying to get in and out of it, so definitely need these on there. Plus I'm pretty sure these are going to give me a little bit more clearance, not that I need it with a 6-inch lift, but so I've got the instructions here. It says here you've got to identify which one is driver's and which one is passenger. Now because we're in Australia, ours is on the other side, so we're actually going to be looking at the passenger one. So I'm assuming it's this one. This one says the driver's side, so that'll be our passenger side here in Australia. So that's one I've unwrapped now, but pretty cool. So they're all laser cut out and stuff, and Nice little treads there, but really light. It's next to no weight in them. I'm not sure if they're steel or aluminium. I'll have to find out here in a minute. But alright, let's get the first one bolted up. So we've got all the hardware and stuff in here. So all these clips go around the sill and stuff. So yeah, let's put this first one on. Righto, so you got to remove all your standard clips, which retain the old factory ones off. So it's all smooth now. I've taken those off. Righto, so it is getting dark here now, but so these nuts go on the outside. Then you've got those little like captive nuts or whatever they want to call them that go on the back side. I am going to have to relocate my air valve there for pumping up my tyres. I'll just move it down a bit further, which would be sweet. But got them in now. So go ahead and tighten it all up, but pretty straightforward. I just held each side step up underneath the truck and worked out which one was which via the holes, so because the other step wouldn't, where my dog's laying, the other step that I put up there wouldn't line up with the holes. So it's good. Now I'll go ahead and tighten it up and then give you a look. I think that looks much better. Way closer to the body lines of the truck. Sits up higher than the old one did. I'm just going to have to move my air valves. I know, so it's a bit dark now. You can kind of see them there, but I'll bring his back out in the morning. I'll bring the truck out on the grass and give you a look at him. So I'll see you in the morning. Righto, so I have been doing some work to the F truck. Been a little bit of drips and drabs over the past kind of few weeks, as well as getting the ram sorted out. It's just left here now. Yeah, just going to show you what I've been up to. Your boy's a carpenter, so I sacrificed last weekend. I was like, no, I do want to make a swing bench for the house. Made all this myself. It's all Oregon, so it's nice and lightweight. Nice slatted little day bed on the chains, pretty cool. So multi-talented I am, but yeah, just thought you might be interested in that. It's pretty cool. So let's go look at what I've been doing to the F truck over the past few weeks. I did a full once over on the interior, just tidied the whole thing up, cleaned the whole thing. It was absolutely putrid from the Simpson Desert, so got it all nice and clean again. I've actually been taking a lot of stuff off the truck that I just don't really think's necessary anymore, but just cleaned all the leather in the back and vacuumed everything and got her all looking spick and span again. So another thing I've done, took the light bar off the roof, just because I don't think it's necessary for me to have that much light. I don't need that much light, but gonna get these little side lights from Laser hooked up in the next couple of weeks when the truck's going to go back down to Dan at DMF down at Mitts. So I'm going to get him to hook those lights up for me. Just been doing little things on the truck, like I labelled all my switches and stuff. So my air compressor, driving lights, side lights, aux 4's still vacant, so little things like that. So what else did I do? I pulled a bunch of wiring out of the bonnet the other day. Just crap and stuff that was not getting used anymore. So I tidied all that up around the batteries and stuff. But the new Laser Sentinels are going really good. Truck is absolutely putrid. I do need to wash it. Ended up putting some new studs on my wheels. Checking all over them, checking the tyre pressures, torquing these new studs down. The other ones were just, they were always getting jammed and stuff when I was using the rattle gun on them. So these are a lot better. They come with a keyway and everything, so they're not an actual size, they're actual physical keyway lug nut, and I've got like 3 or 4 different spares of those, so that way if I ever lose one I do have 3 more. So I got a new alternator under the bonnet now. What else have I done? Just trying to tidy the truck up a little bit and just lose a lot of crap that I had in the truck. Got this box from Brian the other day. So what happened was I stripped out the whole, I over tightened my transmission pan plug just a little bit too much. Just not really paying attention. I was on the phone at the time when I was tightening it back up when I was servicing my transmission, and I went a little bit too far, and now it's just got a slight drip leak. So I was like, oh well, that's a good excuse to spend money. So here we have the AFE power transmission cover. So this is a fully, I don't know if it's billet, but it's a full aluminium machined pan. It's a lot deeper than the factory one, so I can hold more fluid. Not that the transmission's getting hot or anything, but yeah, it's full aluminium. Probably cast, I think it's cast, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. So I think that'll look a lot better. Comes with a nice big, got all these stainless hardware and a nice big magnetic bung plug for the bottom. A lot easier to drain than the current one, and the current one's just real thin tin, so this sucker will be a lot stronger. But yeah, really nice finish there. So I think it's got a port for a temp sensor and stuff you can put in there. My transmissions, it's already got the temp sensor a bit higher, but you can put another one in there if you want. I think that's what that's for. So we're going to hold it now, and I'm going to drain the oil, and we're going to bolt this thing up. Righto, here's the pan. So this is a pretty messy job, but it's basically just unbolting the pan all the way around and dropping this one down and bolting up the new one. But you can see it's leaking, and yeah, it's not the O-ring or anything. I've already checked that and put a new one in there. It's actually because I've gone a bit too far now. The oil's running around the thread. So anyway, I'll go ahead now and drop the oil out of this thing into the drum, and then we'll drop it down and put the new one up. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just undo all your bolts all the way, or drain your oil first, undo all your bolts all the way around, drop it down, and you should be good to go. So bolt your new one up. I did put a billet drain plug in this thing as well, just easier to undo and stuff. Righto, so I've had to sacrifice the pan. I couldn't get the bolt out because I'd gone too far on the drain plug there, drain bolt. So I just got this flathead screwdriver and just smacked a hole in the bottom corner there, the lowest point of the transmission. So that'll all drain out into the bucket now. And I've gone around and started taking every second bolt out around the pan. So as soon as it stops draining, then I'll drop it down. It's friggin' hard to do it under here, but it's the only really way I can do it at the moment. I am building a new shed actually, which I'll show you towards the end of the video. Build a new shed. I'm going to put a hoist and everything in there, enough to lift the F truck. So okay, so just sat it up there. Just got the bolts loose at the moment. Going to torque them down to 80 inch-pounds. There's no real torque sequence to this thing. Basically just crisscross pattern, one corner to the other. And then yeah, 80 inch-pounds is what the recommended torque setting is for these bolts. So I'm going to go ahead and now torque this down, but it's a lot nicer pan. It's deeper, so it's going to give me more fluid capacity, keeping that transmission even cooler. And it does have the heat fins running down along underneath it. It's really hard to get a funnel into that little neck there of the transmission fluid. So what I do is I went and bought a little submersible pump, little 12-volt one. Got a garden hose on the end of it, down in there, and then it'll just pump straight into the transmission and gauge about how much I need, and then I'll go through and check it with the dipstick and stuff. But just makes it easier than trying to hold a bloody funnel up there and stuff and fill that up. So little tip there for you. There's little transfer 12-volt pumps. You can get them off eBay for literally like $10. So makes it worth it. We are using Mercon LV in the truck. All done with the truck. Transmission pan's in. Just topped it up with oil. I'll recheck that again here. Probably go for a drive the servo and recheck the oil level and stuff. So, but I'll give you a look at the new shed. So this shed here is just it's not big enough. It's just a little farm shed for putting the Polaris in and bits and pieces. So decided to I'm going to pull down the side of my carport here, and then in the backyard gonna build this big shed here. So it'll be about 5 meters high, and I'll get a full drive on hoist and everything for the F truck, and gonna yeah, have some big roller doors front and rear, and then I'll be able to do a lot more mods and stuff in there, especially if I start doing any more Rams or F trucks or stuff like that, any customers' vehicles, I'll be able to put them in there. So that's getting poured in the next week or two, and then yeah, it'll be heaps better. I'll have a hoist then, won't have to lay in the bloody rocks every time I'm servicing the truck. And righto, we're going to take the truck for a spin now, make sure the transmission's all good, go through the gears and that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Catch you later.